Our live ZeeBox event is starting in 3, 2, 1, now. I love having to meet Big Brother, the parts I remember anyway.
Want to know what really happens? I have all the dirt from the live feed.
I never joke about Big Brother, unless you're a floater in the game.
Hey everybody, Eric Herder here from YourRealityRecap.com with your Week 7 group hangout / video recap of everything you missed this past week from the Big Brother show and live feeds, except in full detail with myself, John, Michelle, and some special guests and even BB alum. Now, that being said, it's different than our live feed breaking news show where we come to you right away when something really good happens on the show, or my comedic video mashup show, which is way shorter and just a comedic video mashup show. But since this one is kind of longer, you guys should know by now if you're watching on YouTube, there's buttons all around this video that let you skip around. Same thing if you look in the description below, there's chapter markers with specific topics that we talk about. So just easy ways for you guys to jump around this video if you're watching in YouTube. Don't forget to like it while you're there and subscribe. So make sure you stick around for the end of the episode. You know that you can follow me over at Twitter. I'm at Reality Recaps. But since we have so much to get to for this week, let's just jump right into it.
Hey everyone, it's John Richardson, excited to talk about Big Brother. You can find me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
Yo, it's Michelle from the Bronx. I did the yo before Jean Marie was even born. Like, seriously. You can find me at You Bronx on Twitter.
So, we're going to be talking this past week of Big Brother with you, but we're going to be focusing more on the tail end of the week. I'm sure you guys have already seen John and Michelle's live feed breaking news show over on YouTube where they covered all of the drama, but I wasn't here for it, and I want to touch on a little bit of it. And first, here's what I want to say. Does anybody, I'm not trying to get all political with this, but I'm just saying. Judd, we got this whole hometown parade. Even when Aaron is HOH, they're focusing on her. We didn't get to see any of Andy's HOH room this week. We didn't get to see him getting it. I get it. He's trying to keep everything like pacified and drama-free, and maybe production doesn't like that, but I didn't like not getting, I mean, us as live feeders saw it, but I mean, people watching the show didn't really get a lot of Andy this week. Just saying.
No, I absolutely agree with you, and I thought I had missed something. Why didn't we get to see anything of Andy's and his ginger family? I wanted to see something. Come on.
I think that we didn't get to see it because there was way more crap happening inside the house, and that the reveal of Andy's HOH was really mediocre. I mean, it just didn't do anything for the fans. When you were watching it, like, you tell me, when you were watching it on the feeds, were you thrilled? Like,
yes.
You got...
I thought it was the funniest. I thought it was the funniest going into the room by far. Look, on that show, they're only spending like 30 seconds to a minute showing the HOH room. Andy was very funny. Like, he was like, come minions, come up to my room. And he's like, you are all invited except Alyssa, who's getting voted out this week. And he would like throw in those little sarcastic comments and be very funny about it. And I think it should have made the show. That's my point of view.
So you think that his baby teeth and his thumbnail should have been along with the Madonna CD front and center,
especially the Madonna CD,
and that friggin' baby rag that he had. Like, I got skeeved. I was like a skeevox. Like, what the hell?
That was gold for us, especially to make fun of the show. Andy's mother gave Andy his baby teeth and like little fingernail clippings and an old ratty blanket.
It was a whole thumbnail, Eric. It wasn't fingernail clippings. It was a thumbnail that he lost in an accident somewhere along his baby life. It was gross.
I thought it was funny.
And then
listen,
the rest
I have a big toenail that I have as a belly button ring, so shouldn't judge.
Ooh. that is a no good. So whatever. Andy went ahead and he put up who we all knew he was going to put up, Spencer and Jesse, and then he ended up winning the POV, and he kept the nominations the same. And then you guys covered on the live feed show everything that went down from there. But we should just say Gina Marie went batshit crazy. calling house meetings, fighting with Aaron, losing it.
There was no chest bump. I had 100 messages from people. There was no chest bump. Yes, Gina Marie wants to make like she is constantly now playing the game and in power, and she doesn't want anybody else's to twist her words, you know? So nobody was able to twist her words because she woke them up at the crack of friggin' like 3 o'clock in the morning, so they all couldn't speak. The only thing that this benefited was Jesse for a small fraction of time. Very small fraction of time.
It's hard to twist Gina Marie's words when the words aren't real words. Gina Marie is a monkey, okay? She brings back humans back into the Middle Ages.
Yikes.
She is a nut job.
Well, she's crazy, and we will talk a little bit about when we get to a little spoilery section, because I have many things I want to say about her once we get into spoilers.
Right.
But look, I forgot to say something very important right off the start. You guys that are watching in our ZeeBox room, you can leave questions for us, and we will answer them right below where you're watching this video. And if you're watching on YouTube, same thing. Chat your little, comment for us in there, and we will start taking your questions and putting you guys into the show, too. Okay, so, last night's show, spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, it's over. I was watching with Nick, like I'm here, and Nick is like over here. And I'm watching Nick watch Gina Marie. And here's what I gotta say. I don't really care how PC he's being. He knows she's crazy. He was all PC for all of us, like, I like her, and I'm going to give her a chance when she gets out of the house. That went into this ear, went like, wah, 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 and came out, she's batshit crazy.
Are you going to tell us where you were at?
Oh, I was at Adam Pock's
Okay.
viewing party watching with Nick and Liza from Big Brother Canada.
Okay.
Who else was there? Oh, Eric Stein was there. We were watching with a whole bunch of other fans. He does it a lot. I always post out the link when he does it, so you guys can, come down next time. It's in New Jersey at bar. But it was very nice. I will say, I don't really watch the show with anybody, and I know that Michelle is like me, and I'm pretty sure you are too, John. We're always here creating all this stuff for you guys, so we're not like watching with friends. I was blown away being in a room with 150 people to see how receptive everybody was to Aaron. Like, cheering on Aaron, hating Helen, hating/making fun of Alyssa. I was just, nobody likes Amanda, but we weren't surprised about that. I was just really surprised about people loving Aaron.
Yeah, and you and I talked about this, and I think the reason why that people are cheering for Aaron is because of everything that she did that made us hate her. She no longer is doing, and she is the lesser of all evils. Like, if Alyssa did not win that competition, I think most of the people were voting and wanted or cheering for Aaron, because Aaron is now stuck in the middle. She knows Andy was playing her. She knows Amanda is playing her. She knows she can't trust Helen. My tweet last night was like, yes, Aaron is killing it in comps, but she has nobody to trust. She cannot trust anybody. And earlier today, there was a conversation she had with Amanda. I will get into that, but I'm telling you, that is why people are now cheering for Aaron. They want Aaron to clean house and to get rid of the other people. Helen is definitely way down here now, where she thinks she's up here. She thinks she's up here. So I think that's another reason why. It was so that Aaron wouldn't get, so that Helen wouldn't get it, Spencer wouldn't get it. That's what I think.
So we know that Erin's doing great on the comps, the HOH. She is actually doing really well. In between all of these wins, on the live feeds, I haven't really heard her say any more racist stuff. Has she kind of toned her comments down? Michelle, this is specifically for you.
Yeah, no, she's got some in there.
She does.
Yeah,
Okay.
she takes up. She's still at the I hate Candace, I don't want to see Candace thing, but the
Because she's
racial
black?
part of it, the racial part of it, no. There's a few little side comments. I'm telling you, they're nothing compared to what the trash we're hearing coming out of Spencer's mouth. And that's the other thing. She is overshadowed now by the strong personality of Amanda, so anything that she says will be nothing. She's overshadowed by Spencer's crude behavior and comments. So she, again, everything she says is nothing. And she's been saying to herself, like, I gotta lay low. That's it. And she's been doing it, and she's winning comps. Good for her. She's killing it.
I definitely think I don't disagree. Aaron is still saying shit. She's still saying racist shit every single day. But I agree. Gina Marie is saying a lot worse stuff, like Candace's mom's crack whore that gave her up, and that's why she didn't want her. Test tube baby.
Skank whore.
Skank whore. Her and Spencer are saying a lot worse stuff, but Aaron's still saying stuff every single day. However, Aaron clearly is... I always get those little comments that she's throwing out where she is becoming more and more aware production is spinning me as the racist. I need to reel this back in. Like, even after last night's episode, when I heard her talking, she was like, why did Julie ask me those type of questions? How are they portraying me? Am I coming off like it? So she knows she's holding it back on purpose now. And I don't want to say good or bad for her. I have been trying to approach this whole season as every single one of them are saying horrible, personal mean things. I'm just trying to strip that away and focus on gameplay. So gameplay, looking at it, Aaron's doing great and is going to win this game. She's been HOH every other week. She's going to win. She makes it to the end, she's going to win. I take it back. Nobody should be taking her to the end.
Well,
she's going to win.
A lot of the Facebook groups I'm in, I'm starting to see everyone, or the BB super fans, starting to shift towards a little bit of respect towards Aaron. And I'm curious, viewers, comment below. What do you think? Are you happy with Aaron's gameplay? Are you shifting a little bit? I don't know.
Okay.
Michelle, I know you got something to say.
Yeah, I think in the comment in the ZeeBox room, because we're blowing it up actually in the ZeeBox.
True.
We've got a bunch of people that are in there, so hey, ZeeBox room.
Hey.
Yes, we have a bunch of people in there, but they are not asking any Big Brother-related questions for us. Cadet, I'm getting a lot that you're following us on Twitter. We love you. Yeah. Same thing with Dana. I did give Liza a hug for you, but those aren't questions for us. We want to know what you guys want us to be talking about. Right. So let us know what you guys want us to be talking about, or ask us questions.
As a fan, I am cheering for Aaron. I was like, okay, yes, Aaron won HOH, but let's break down the prior events before we talk about Aaron's HOH, because there was a really sad moment, and I wrote about it in my blog, and you can find my blog at yourrealityrecap/Big Brother BB blog. Jessie worked her ass off. Jessie completely went batshit crazy, as people think. I think that she was telling everybody the truth. Her mission was to out Helen. She completely succeeded. She even apologized with her behavior after the trash wedding. And it was a series of things that happened that followed the next day, to where she was solidifying some more apologies and getting people to work with her. And she broke down with Alyssa, because she knew that she couldn't really keep that momentum going of Hurricane Jessie. It just wasn't part of her personality. And she went outside and she was trying to talk to Helen, and Big Brother called a lockdown. And this is pretty critical, because this kid, this young girl, really loved the game so much that she stood outside and she was like, my dreams, my dreams. And she stared outside the back of the sliding glass door and cried, and I felt for her. I felt so bad for her, because Helen completely denied everything. And we know that they knew that Helen was denying it, but they all wanted Jessie to go. They had a chance to flip it. Helen refused to do it, but I felt really bad to see Jessie just say, my, this is my dream, it's gone. And you see the sliding glass door close. It hurt me a lot. She fought still afterwards, all the way up until they probably went up into the HOH room for HOH lockdown, because she kept on saying, I'll throw HOH to you, I'll make every deal, I won't go after you, you can put me up. Everybody entertained all this except for Helen. Helen couldn't take and swallow the pill she's dished out over and over again. Screw you, Helen. Screw you.
Well, I think Jessie is living her dream. She's in the Big Brother house. She's, participating. I don't think her game was all that good. The only time I really got excited about Jessie's game is when she turned Gina Marie and Aaron against each other. And to see both those girls going at it, and Jessie in the corner with her little smirk, I loved it. I loved it. Bravo, Jessie.
Okay, well, screw both of you, because I don't agree. Jesse, wow, Crimey River, Helen outplayed you. Maybe if you wouldn't have waited until week, whatever the hell number we're on, start doing something, then your dreams wouldn't be over. Shut the door, get the hell out of the Big Brother house. Bye, Jesse.
Boy, do you even have a heart, Eric? Do you even have a heart?
She aligned with the wrong people, and by the time that she really found who she can trust, which was really, in all honesty, Aaron, no matter how much Aaron threw her under the bus out there to everybody, the only person she could actually have trusted was Aaron. But she ruined that relationship over and over again. So, yeah, she got what she got. But you know what? You when people are that desperate, you keep them in the game and you get out somebody else that's unpredictable. And they kept saying that Jesse was unpredictable, and they were wrong. They
tried
were
to get out Amanda.
Well, no, it was between Spencer and Jesse at this point. You know, Gina Marie has been working Spencer, and Spencer's been working Gina Marie big time. That's dangerous.
Well, Andy did not put up good people for a power play at all. The point of this week was not at all to get out anybody that mattered. But I think we should talk more about Alyssa, and we should talk more about Aaron, and Cadet from the ZeeBox room does have a question, and he wants to know, if Alyssa ends up going out this week, do we think that Aaron will trash her in the in the speeches at the end? Now, Cadet, you're clearly not reading Michelle's blog, because Alyssa is not the target. Helen will be this week, and nominations have not happened yet, right. So this could all flip around still. But I'm going to assume that you mean in an Alyssa-Helen going up. I don't even think that would happen, nor do I think Aaron would be mean in, the exit-y speeches, because she knows she is playing for a jury vote, as they all do.
Nope. She's going to trash her. She wants to trash her. She says she's been thinking about it for hours. In fact, she took so much Adderall, she said, in order for her to think about what she wanted to say to Alyssa, that she couldn't even process the words out properly when rehearsing it to Amanda. And Amanda said, don't go too overboard, because the target is Helen. But go ahead and say that you talk about loyalty and this and that, and go after Alyssa just to the fact that you want to get it off your chest type of thing. So a nomination speech, which we'll probably never see, she's going to go after Alyssa.
Oh, see, now I want to backtrack. See, Cadet, I apologize. I totally misread your question. I thought you meant when Alyssa was put out of the house and she gets to see the goodbye messages. I even read the words nomination speech, and it wasn't going in through here. Now, I think, yes, I think she will trash her in the nomination speech, but we should let you guys all know, why is Aaron so mad? Apparently, before the show last night, and something I have said all along to all you Big Brother fans, where the people sit on the couch matters. And if you are ever a future Big Brother player, all you got to do is look around and see the order people are called in for voting. That should be a huge giveaway to you where numbers and alliances really stand in this house. But moving along from that, production apparently wanted Alyssa to sit in between Gina Marie and Aaron, and Alyssa said, no, I don't want to sit by them, or they're trashy.
No, she didn't say they were trashy.
What did she say?
She didn't say anything. She just didn't want to sit next to them, and she really didn't give a reason. And the only person she actually said anything to was Amanda later on. Why? And it could have been in the commercial. It could have been when they were going to HOH. But we know that this caused some severe chaos in the house, probably during the eviction, and most likely right before the feeds came back, because we came back to Gina Marie screaming and yelling.
Yeah, well, it did. Aaron said it threw her off her game. She could not pay attention at all during the live show because it's all she could think about. I thought it was hysterical because when the live feeds came back on, it's her and Gina Marie talking, how could anybody discriminate us like that? And how could you ever treat anybody like less than a person? The two most racist people in the house are having a conversation about Alyssa not wanting to sit in between them as them being discriminated against and treated as less than human beings. Hey, Aaron, Gina Marie, y'all are both kind of trashy with all the shit that you say. I don't want to sit near you either.
Yeah, they're pretty pissed off. They think Alyssa's getting some special treatment. And I think if anybody would have said, hey, I'm not sitting next to this person because of whatever reason, that production would be like, okay, then we'll fix it to go this way. I mean, I really don't think that it's always going to be set in stone. I think that most people just accept where they're told to be, and that's it. She said no. That was her choice. Now, the reason that she didn't want to sit there, we find out later on, is that she was missing her family. And she really just was trying to focus and stay calm and cool. She's missing her son. She's missing everything about her son's first day at school. And she wanted to just focus and also concentrate on the competition, knowing that it was not an endurance comp, but a mental one. She needed that extra calm yoga time.
Yeah, and apparently where you sit is really good for calming your brain. Look, I know Michelle and I disagree. Really Michelle and I disagree on this completely, because now we need to get into what else happened. So, here is why I'm coming down a little hard on Alyssa right now. Apparently, after all of that went down, and we all know Aaron won HOH, so Alyssa and Helen have pretty much figured out they're going up on the block. To which Alyssa says to Helen, if that happens, I'm not going to jury, I'm leaving the game. And then Helen says, so you're not going to vote for me? You're not going to stay in jury to be a vote for me to win at the end or Andy to win at the end? And Alyssa doesn't really reply. She just gets up and walks away. So Helen is crying. And then she goes and tells everyone. For reals. And then she goes up and tells everybody in the HOH, and McCrae's like, oh, she said that 16 times already. Production's talked her out of it every single time. I don't think it'll happen. I think it could happen because Alyssa doesn't need the money. That is true. And I think she's there more. Yes, she loves Big Brother, but she's there more for the exposure. There is no money incentive to keep her in the game. And if she's really missing her kids and her family, I could see her not wanting to be in jury and just to go home to get to them.
Okay.
I have one little thing, Michelle, and then it's yours.
John, go. Go.
If that is true with Alyssa, I think it's bullshit. I think you need to, whatever you start, I think you need to finish. Okay? I don't give a shit if it's publicity or whatever. Come on. Lighten up. Vote for your friend Helen. She saved your ass a million times. Michelle, go.
Okay, first of all, Helen didn't save Alyssa's ass. Helen used Alyssa to her benefit. Regardless of what anybody else wants to say, Helen used Alyssa. So did Amanda. So did McCrae. McCrae sitting up in the HOH and going along with the crowd was just that. He's not going to cause waves. He wants to use her to get on Hell's Kitchen's audience and tickets to things that her husband can do. This is all just a go along with the crowd thing. Helen needs to turn everybody onto Alyssa. And this is Helen's way of saying, I'm going to distance myself with Alyssa and make Alyssa the target because I kind of know, like, they know that I lied. I went to them with the plan to get out Amanda. Now, I'm going to say I 100% will never believe that Alyssa will leave. I think that everyone will keep her in the house. She's playing possum. And when somebody is playing possum, you let them stay and you take other people out because they're not going to go against you. There's no way they're going to go against you. Take them to the end. Michelle Noonan fought her ass off, went the final three. You know, there are just some people that are just, like, will get there regardless of what you do. Will Alyssa go and leave if she gets evicted? No. I was going to curse, but I'm going to say, hell no.
Okay, well, I say no as well. But I'm leaning more towards yes than no. And the difference that I will say with other people versus Alyssa is all of these house guests are afraid she's going to win America's Player. They don't know if America's going to have a vote at the end of this season. And they know that America is tied in somehow, although they haven't figured it out a lot. I think that is scaring them all to bring Alyssa to the end of the game. So there is many reasons to bump her in to jury right now. And I think if Amanda gets, word of this and Helen, they're going to actually prey upon it to get her to go to jury as a way to get her out. And the benefit to the Amanda, McCrae, Andy, Aaron side is good. If she's gone, that's one less vote for those people if she does stay, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
Okay. Can I tell you what happened this morning just so you can know where we're at, or you want me to wait on this?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Amanda is not voting Alyssa out. Helen is the target regardless. Anybody else that goes up, Aaron wants Spencer up. She'll deal with Alyssa. She knows Alyssa is nothing to her. So if Helen happens to win POV, if she wins POV, Spencer might be going up and sent packing. Big time.
Okay, wait, I'm confused because you just said Amanda is not voting for Alyssa, but we knew that. Helen's always been the target. What am I missing?
Right, but if Helen comes off and Alyssa is up, they're not sending Helen home.
Oh, okay. If Helen, okay, right.
Nope, right. They're gonna drag Alyssa. They're gonna keep Alyssa in the game because if somebody is not fighting against you, if they're literally not fighting against you, there's no use in wasting your HOH on them at this point.
Yeah,
it's not. You know, if they're just in it for the game, if you're worried that they're going to get the America's favorite player, so is everybody else in the house. Guess what? Everybody in the house has to leave. Everybody in the house is going to get, like, a chance to get America's player. Like, it's just because it's Alyssa, they all have this, like, little extra, like, you know, target on her. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Well, I would keep Alyssa just because she doesn't win anything.
Exactly. That was the reason why they should have kept a few people. You know,
right? Like Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
here, if let's say Helen does win, then Gian, I think it's Gian, G-I-A-N, Gian Polino. She wants to know if Helen goes to the jury house this week. Will she be looking at the 3 people that she got out as people that would have helped to keep her in the game, and thus, you know, she made a mistake in voting them out?
Oh yeah. Helen is going to be even more bitter than Judd asking for his cigarettes back. Are you kidding me? The way she stomps around, the way she walks away from conversations when it's not going her way, all of her tells, her flipping the hair, her looking to the right, and I found out that there is an actual drinking game with the look to the right comment.
That's hilarious.
I think that she would be extremely bitter. And I don't think that all the shit that she's spewing inside the house is going to necessarily be what she does inside the jury as a vote. Now, if Helen goes to jury, there's no fucking way she's coming back. Zero.
Well,
and I will tell you why. I have to go here. Because when they came back from the HOH and they were in the color block rainbow room, Helen went running up to Aaron and said, "You are Janelle! You are Janelle! No, you're better than Janelle!" Oh,
yeah, we're all over this Janelle garbage. I don't know, I'm not even giving that any credit. Just it. Well, you know what's it, Michelle? Barbara from the ZeeBox room agrees with me, and she thinks the reason that they're bringing a jury member back into the house next week, although we don't know the specifics, is because Alyssa's winning. Team Eric.
Oh my God, they're bringing somebody back so that person can clean friggin' house, man. They're going to get rid of the dogs in the house, like Spencer, like Gina Marie, like probably McCrae or Amanda.
And to be fair, we don't know. All she said, right, Michelle, was what was the exact wording of what she said? You knew it earlier.
Wait, who said?
What Julie said, because she didn't say someone's coming back into the game. She was like very vague, and we don't really know what it means.
You will have, next week there will be one of the 4 jury members that will return into the game. Right. Not sure if it's going to be a vote, not sure if they're going to have to compete. So my thing was, if Alyssa goes in, if Alyssa gets evicted, that it's going to be an automatic fix. The fix is in. And if it's Helen that leaves, Judd is coming in. I think no matter what we do, they're either going to have a voting quick thing or a quick competition tailored to who they want to win. I swear, look for a yoga mat and something to stand on if it's Alyssa. I swear.
I thought it was a competition. Julie said it was a competition. The 4 remaining jurors were going to compete, and one was going to come back in.
Okay. Well, I'm in between ZeeBoxing and live tweeting, so I might not have heard that, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, then shut my mouth, because I was all going to say we don't know if they're even coming back in, because, I mean, could they come back in the Rachel way, how Rachel just was in the house for 24 hours, or are they back into play?
No, it's a competition, and it's all over the Big Brother rooms on Facebook saying that everyone's mad that they can't vote.
You know,
It's a
those rooms aren't always so reliable, John.
If it's on the internet, it's the truth, Michelle.
I will say I heard that as well, Michelle, but I was believing you. I was believing.
Believe me.
I was believing the
Believe me.
oracle.
Believe me, Eric.
I am believing yous.
Okay. Yeah, don't believe yous. Believe me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Believe
mean,
me.
you know, I'm gonna start being Gina Marie soon, so you guys got to better hold on. You know.
Well,
Okay. Can we talk about Amanda and her crying game? Because we just love the Rachel Riley factor that came into play on this one.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. We know that Rachel Riley is famous for crying in the bush after losing a competition.
Oh.
Amanda, who has not won a single competition, and this HOH was thrown to her, she hit the wrong button, and Aaron stood there and looked at her, and it was like, all right, well, I'll hit my button, you know, like one of those things, thinking that she hit the right button, and Aaron won. Amanda went running and crying into the storage room, went into the deep corner of the storage room, and pulled the garbage pail in front of her for 10 minutes, sobbing. I loved it. I took screen cap after screen cap. Her hand is around the garbage pail. Her head's a little bit up. I swear, this person who cries about losing a competition is manipulating the house. How much of a variable is that from going from one extreme to the other? It's insane.
And you said it was Amanda that did it?
Yeah.
Amanda, the big fan of the show, who's also an actress?
Yeah.
Who would have known how much airtime and what a big thing that was for Rachel, did it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Mhm.
But she was a real estate agent.
No, she's an actress.
Yeah. She does a little above. Look, I have said this all along. There is like a checklist. Like, I am like, that. If I ever made it on Big Brother, I will be like, rule number 1, create the Eric catchphrase. Rule number 2, cry in a public place a lot. Rule number 3, like I will have my checklist of all the top Big Brother moments that I will recreate as, you know, any other person should. P.S. I'm never going on that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I don't look at it in that way, but okay. All right, so if you think that she did it for airtime, I kind of don't understand why she would be there for 10 minutes and not have anybody come to her, because that is the other added factor for it to be seen for a lot longer time.
Maybe she was like, I have to wait. When is someone going to come? I don't want to ruin. She can't break character, Michelle. She can't break character. And we should say, Cadet, even though we didn't know that was one of your questions, Michelle answered it for you, Cadet, in our ZeeBox room. Now,
Awesome.
look, let's get into the... What?
And
Go ahead,
real
John.
quick, Barbara confirms that they do have to compete. So
Thanks. All right.
Thank
They
you,
do.
Barbara.
Yo, not for nothing. I'm a little bit busy
Thanks,
when it's a
Barbara
live
from
eviction night.
ZeeBox.
I'm allowed to get shit wrong. Hit me up on another time. Okay, so when Aaron goes up to her HOH,
I like
this is the first time that Helen is the least enthusiastic about everything. She's like almost in a mope stage. She knows shit is hitting the fan hardcore. I loved it. Usually, you know, she's the camp counselor jumping up and down.
Well, now, speaking of Amanda, let's see what we all think of this, because I have Stephanie in our ZeeBox room, who right out starts with saying she doesn't have the live feeds. Stephanie, links are all around yourrealityrecaps.com, and that helps support our show by buying the link, the feeds through us. But we get it, you know, maybe you can't. So she says she read online that Amanda said she wanted to swing Candace by her hair, throw her up against the wall, and kill her. She wants to know why CBS hasn't acted upon that and removed Amanda from the game. Well, Stephanie, it's because she didn't do it.
Right. Apparently, you can say anything like sticking your finger up a butthole and get away with it and not be reprimanded.
Maybe I'll do Big Brother.
Yeah, you can, I believe, or there's a limit to the amount that you can threaten in the Big Brother house, but they're all about action. Like, you have to physically do something in order for action to be taken against you. Like, physically harm someone. You can say all you want.
Right. Okay, so the house guests leave the HOH room, and the two people that are left and Helen comes back up, is Jean Marie and Aaron, and then Andy comes in, and Helen is like trying to keep her ass safe, so she's putting Alyssa in front of her as the target, trying to explain reasons why Alyssa is acting the way she's acting, and Jean Marie goes on a fabulous rant. And the rant is only fabulous because she's a moron. I will tell you that the flashback time for that was cams 1 and 2 at about 10:42 p.m. yesterday, so on 8:15. So if you go back, you will see it all for yourself. And she goes on about how Alyssa is entitled, and I will tell you that I will say just one portion of what she winds up saying at the end. I don't want to read the whole thing, but Jean Marie says, "What are we, in 1940? Where I can't sit like the black people on the back of the bus? Come on, bro, you ain't nothing. Even Donald Trump ain't better than me." Oh, thanks. The silence is deafening. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
It's just shocking that she was a pageant coordinator.
She's representing...
especially since Trump owns the Miss Universe pageant. It's just stunning how she got that job.
It's amazing.
Doesn't have two brain cells to rub together. Right. I will also say, watching the show live last night in New Jersey, right outside the New York border, every time Gina Marie would come on the screen, people would boo her, would be like horrible New York representation, boo New York. JoJo was even supposed to be there, but she texted me and was like, "Eric, I'm not going. Can't do it," because JoJo from last season, because she was afraid. Like, all these people are hating Gina Marie
They're
so
hating
much.
Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Yeah.
She does not want to be lumped in. I just also would like to say that Marie, C-O-B, watching on YouTube, just wanted to agree with us and said she doesn't like how everybody's voting the same all season. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yep, good job.
So what was Nick's face? Whenever Gina Marie came on, Eric, did you kind of look at Nick and be like, what's he thinking? What was his face expressions like?
As a matter of fact, I took a picture, and although we can't do it for you people watching live, ding, for all of you that watch the edited version later on, yeah, he was kind of like,
Really?
Everybody laughed. He's embarrassed, but he's a good guy. I will say this. Clearly, he's a good guy. He could have come out of that house and been like, "She's disgusting. She's trash. I want nothing to do with her." He is taking the high road and is like, "She really cared about me. She cared about my game. I will see where it goes." He's being very PC about it when he could be ripping her apart. So I definitely give him, credit for that.
I saw your picture, and I'm just going to say, even though we know that the hat that Jean Marie is wearing is actually McCrae's, it was kind of funny to see Nick wearing the same color sweatshirt yesterday. I was like, is that for real? Like, is that for real?
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting as well. Yeah, I thought it was very interesting as well.
Okay, so now we got Helen, who decides that she's going to try and talk to Alyssa one more time, but it doesn't go well. And Helen, decides that she needs to create some fake tears prior to going into the HOH before she throws Alyssa to the wolves, apparently. Helen's like scheming in her head, like, what does she have to do now? The next thing is that she has to make Alyssa seem even more uncontrollable, like she no longer has a grip on Alyssa and Alyssa's ways of either voting with the house or being in the house. And she goes up and she sits down and she friggin' says the most hilarious things ever, and I have to get to them. She comes in and she goes, "It's not fair. It's not like I'm trying to throw her under the bus. I just can't help her anymore." Okay. And then she turns around and she's sobbing. Jean Marie's trying to console her, and Amanda just looks at her, and Amanda can spot a shitty performance like anybody. And we're talking about the garbage pail performance. She sat back. Even Aaron was laughing as she was taking a sip out of her beer at Helen, who was sobbing uncontrollably. She completely threw Alyssa under the bus, ran her over, kind of like scooped her up, threw her in another location, and ran back over again. There's many moments that Helen keeps saying, like you said, Eric, that she doesn't have Alyssa's vote anymore. She flat out says in the HOH, and I don't have Alyssa's vote anymore, and just starts sobbing. Spencer walks in, he has no clue what's going on, and she redoes it all over again when Spencer comes in. I love it. It was a bad performance. Amanda knows it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah. It was definitely a bad performance.
Yeah, she's not really doing good with her game. She's going.
No, she's gone. Like, and I will say, like, you know, she had a chance, and Jesse told her, you should have kept me, and Jesse's right, you'll be following me, and, you know, they know. Andy and Amanda both agreed that Jesse was telling the truth, and they both said, we got to get her out next. They both said, they kept their mouths shut, even on the live show where we saw the taped episodes. Andy said in the DR, I know she's lying. Like, she completely denied it, but we know that, you know, she's a conniving woman. You know, she's ruthless. This morning, Helen was all to herself. Alyssa, all to herself. Got up, made coffee, went back to bed. They're not on speaking terms right now. And Helen knows her head is on the chopping block. Big time.
Which is why there'll be a Pandora's box, which will somehow save her, I think.
Nope, don't agree. Okay, if we're going to bring up the Pandora's box, I'm going to say, because Aaron won HOH, and I thought of this and I spoke of this the other day, that Rachel will be asked to now do the Pandora's box to get even in the house. Now, there was a ton of Alyssa bashing last night. So, Rachel, if you are watching us, get her, girl. Go. Like, I really think that either she's going to be one-on-one with Aaron, or like Screen and Aaron in the Pandora's room, or she might actually be released in the house, say, I'm back, bitches, team up with her sister, give her sister a one-on-one, and that will benefit her. I don't care if everybody else gets pissed off. It's part of the game. Too bad.
I would love to see that, because I think Rachel needs to come back in and grab her sister's shoulders and shake her and go, wake up. You need to start playing this game better.
I got news for yous.
No,
I don't think legally Rachel is going to be anywhere near that house live and in person. She very well may be able to do something taped, but I think, like, game rules-wise, CBS doesn't even want to deal with the fact of Rachel being in that house, people coming back at them after saying she did something, gave her sister a signal. No, I don't think she is getting anywhere near that house live.
Oh.
However, I did say about 2 weeks ago, you heard it here first, that Ian is going to show up in that house. And I would just like to say, Evil Dick all but confirmed there was segments taped with Ian and some other house guests that were supposed to be on last night's episode and will probably end up be shown sometime this week. So I'd like to say, I trummed Evil Dick 2 weeks before he put the info out. You people should be watching us. Subscribe on YouTube.
Okay. All right, so they're supposed to be having the food comp or the have-not competition. I would love to see, because of the way she acted last night and because I've got a little bit of, like, you know, I'm going to beat your ass in, I want Jean Marie and Spencer on as a have-not, and McCrae. I want McCrae to be separated from Amanda in the nighttime. I really want that separation. Sorry, I am done seeing. Mom. I am done seeing Amanda saying yes and McCrae saying no. And I also think that, you know what, Gina Marie, you got a foul mouth. Go wash it out with your slop balls. And Helen won't make you slop balls because she knows that you're behind putting her up on the block. She knows that you and Bunny are doing this. And again, Gina Marie is in like a Power Trip Association HOH-itis crap.
Speaking of Gina Marie, I want to read a statement that Barbara in our ZeeBox room had wrote. She says, did you see after the wedding where GM was going on about how GM and Nick are getting married and will have a kid within a year? Can we say order of protection? Good one, Barbara.
Yeah.
She's nuts. She's nuts.
Yeah, thanks, Dreamer.
Yeah.
No, and Dreamer is Barbara's Twitter name, so that's why I said.
Oh.
All of a sudden, I knew that you didn't realize what I meant.
I did know, but thank you.
Yeah. So, and I guess that, you know, we're gonna have the HOH, the POV,
We're going to have the have-not competition later on today, and then I believe followed by nomination ceremony tonight. And you guys should all know by now, if you are following Michelle on Twitter or reading Michelle's blog, and the links are always below this video, you can get all this information right as it happens. Michelle is like really quick with putting the blogs out, so you can like catch up really quick.
I try. When I'm not emotionally drained from hating on some of them, yeah. Like, I think about, like, how are we going to interview some of these people, and it actually drains the crap out of me.
Well, see, thus therein lies my dilemma, because I don't really care about a lot of these people. So I'm having trouble this season. I love Big Brother, and I will flat out say the worst season of Big Brother is still a good season of Big Brother. Just kind of having a little trouble this season, and I really don't know why. They all need to, like, step it up. Step it up.
Yeah, so that's it.
I don't like the new cast.
That's it. Like, I definitely see some sort of power coming into play. Not a Luan power, but, you know, not an open the drawer and it happens to be in my drawer power. But I see, you know, with a lot of the manipulation that's going to happen on Thursday, that there's going to be extra stuff coming in. We still don't have a finale date. However, Helen keeps referring to it saying, like, the 24th, the 27th. So who knows? And Aaron asked a very specific question about to Amanda, and she said, "Are you telling the people who are going home in their goodbye messages that we are working together?" And Amanda said no. And Aaron said, "Well, I want to ask them. If I'm allowed to say and what I can say." And that's really important because Jessie has been the only one that has been to jury right now, or sequester, that has seen her goodbye messages.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important because if it's going to be ran like Canada, which is out of the 4 people, they're going to bring somebody back and we vote. You know, Gary was in the house and he got to talk to everybody. And normal Big Brother US, they're not allowed to talk with anybody. They have handlers. They're only allowed to talk about game at specific times. But we all know they converse. Like, we all know there are times where they're talking. So there's going to be intel that's going to be dropped. You know.
We also know that there have been seasons long, long ago, like pre-season 10, and I will not tell you people which one, where some of the people in Sequester figured out you could go to the boathouse, hook up the cable, and watch Big Brother live when you ditched your handler.
Yeah.
And they would be watching the entire season and knew everything that was said about them. Interesting.
I wonder where the house is going to be. I want to know, like, if we know anybody that is in a close proximity of where this house would be rented. You know, we saw on, I guess it was $1 Million Listing, that Muhammad's house is up for rent. Did Big Brother go to Beverly Hills and put these people in Muhammad's house for the time being? That would be hysterical. You know, or in Marissa's house, which we all cracked on during the season, and who knew the hell she had that house. But, I mean, where are they? Where are you guys?
Well, you guys comment in the section below this video on YouTube or wherever you are watching us. Let us know. Let us know where you think they are. Those of you in California, you know, be on the lookout for all of them. Make sure that you guys follow Michelle's blog so that you can stay up to date. Follow, you know, we mentioned Bravo, so hey, we also do Bravo recaps. We've been doing them every week, but we missed this week. We'll be back next week. John's writing blogs on that. So much stuff for you guys over at yourrealityrecaps.com. And don't worry, because I think I will speak for all of us, love doing this live in the ZeeBox room and on YouTube. And I think we will always do our weekly group hangout this way from now on, taking your questions and interacting with all of you guys.
Awesome.
Hey guys, thanks for watching live and posting your questions. It's tons of fun, and we love you guys. Follow me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
All right, you guys, Michelle from the Bronx. You know where you can find me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me over at Your Reality Recaps BB blog. And not for nothing, if you go into ZeeBox, I am in there every now and then. So ask me a question, chat, give me a time. I might have some free time and jump in there.
Well, that about wraps up our group recap show for this week. We really hope you guys liked it. Now, don't forget you can head over to yourrealityrecap.com to see all of our Big Brother content, like our live feed breaking news show, my Big Brother reality check, comedic video mashup, where I take everything that happened the past week in Big Brother and turn into a big comedic type video where nothing really happened and it's really, really short. Except for this week, because it was really busy doing a whole bunch of other stuff, so sorry, no show. Well, maybe I'll give you a little bit of a show. All right. More on that later, because you guys know the deal. Click all around this video and check out all the stuff that we're providing. The show is able to go on the go with you over through iTunes. The link's over there or over there. Not sure if I'm reversed or not. You can click to subscribe below in YouTube. Head over to Your Reality Recaps to get in our iPad bundle giveaway contest. Just all this stuff all around here. You guys know you love it. So until next week, or probably a day or two when we do our next live feed breaking news show, see you guys all then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya!